Hi Eliza, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Good. How have you been?
Yeah, alright.
All right.
Yeah, no, pretty good.
Cool. You found the place okay? You remember where we were?
Yeah, I know where it is. Know this land.
Yep. And you remember where the toilets and everything are if you need to go at any time?
Yep.
Cool. Want a drink or anything before we get started?
Just had some water there.
Great. Okay. Look, just a couple of things. I know we met before, but just to go over, everything we talk about today is confidential and private.
Thank you.
Apart from a couple of circumstances, if all that is if there's harm to yourself or others. Otherwise, yeah, it's all confidential. And of course, unless you want us to engage in any other services, we can share information. Sometimes that's helpful, but we'll never do that without having a chat with you first.
Okay.
So, yeah, and look, again, this is a joint process. This is just about helping you out. It's about you making your own choices, and what works for you, what's going to be helpful for you. We're just here to support you with that. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
No worries. So, yeah, look, we met briefly last time. Just got to know each other a little bit, a few things about each other. So, yeah, how have things been since I saw you last?
Yeah, not bad. Yeah.
Okay. Been many changes?
Look, a couple of good ones, I guess. I've started to see a counsellor. Just keep going.
Okay, no. Just say no.
No.
No. It's all pretty much the same, and then let me drive it.
No.
Okay.
Pretty much the same.
Okay, so look, we met a few weeks ago. Just got to know each other a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. So, how have things been since we saw each other last?
Yep, pretty good.
Yeah. Been many changes?
No.
No. Things pretty much been the same.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. All right. How have you been within yourself?
Pretty good.
Okay. Look, I might just jump into it. I had a look through your notes again before we met today of some of the things that we talked about last time. So last time we chatted, last time we met towards the end, you chatted about your granddaughter and the care for your granddaughter, and that you had to meet with the department regularly to see how that's been tracking. Just wanted to see, since last time we met, how that's been going. Have you had to meet with anyone and how?
Yeah, had to meet with government people.
Yeah?
DHS people.
And how did that go?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's alright.
So not an overly positive meeting?
No, just, same old.
Yeah. How does it make you feel when you have to meet with them about your granddaughter?
What do you reckon?
Sure.
Yeah.
How has your granddaughter been? Has everything been going okay? Do you feel like that the care's been fine and that she's been behaving and everything's going okay with your granddaughter?
I reckon she's doing alright.
Yeah? Great. So, look, I mean, you've got children of your own, and some of them are doing great things in their life. You've got your nephew. Is he still? Last time we spoke, you said, I know that he's got a number of challenges, but you were mentioning that he's doing great and you're getting really good support from that service. So is he still going well?
Yeah, he's doing alright.
Yeah, and your children, the ones, you've got a couple that are studying and working, and they're all still.
No, they're doing great.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So look, that's all positive. You're obviously, a great caring mother and grandmother and auntie. It's a lot to care for all these kids. So you brought up some really great kids, and your nephew's doing really well. So you feel like your granddaughter's doing well and being cared for. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So is it maybe perhaps just the interaction that you're feeling with the carers when they come out? Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Know-alls.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Are they actually? Yeah. So perhaps if you, would you suggest that you feel not as confident when you're meeting with them about your parenting skills?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
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 But then, if we could just maybe take a minute to reflect on, yourself as a parent, how you feel about it, as we discussed all the great things, with your children and your nephew. you know, how do you feel about yourself that you are as a parent or a grandmother?
Yeah, I feel I'm alright.
Yeah?
Yep.
And I think you are as well. I think sounds like you've raised some really great children and you're a really great supportive family member. So, yeah, I think that you should keep that in mind when you're meeting with them in the future. And be confident. You're doing a great job. You're taking a lot on. You're doing a great job. So good on you. The other thing too is if you continue to feel like that, you know, when you're having to meet with the department, see how you go next time you meet them. But if you continue to feel like that, we can always offer support to be there with you as well, if you like, if that's something that you'd like to look into. We also briefly touched on some financial stress last time. Are things tracking similarly there, or?
Oh, still pretty tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. You still continuing with your study?
Yeah.
Yep. And you're still working?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Well done. Look, that's a lot to take on with everything else you've got going on. So well done. Not much more you can do. You're working, you're studying, you're taking care of your children. You're doing a really good job. So perhaps something that we could look into, have you engaged with Centrelink at all? And are you fully comfortable that you're getting all the possible allowances?
Yeah, I think so.
From Centrelink?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Look, that's something that we can perhaps just check together. If you want to, just to make sure that we're getting everything, or you could always just engage with Centrelink and see if there's anything that they can do to support if it's really getting tough. And we also had a quick chat about the food side of things last time and eating healthily, which you mentioned that you obviously wanted to do, but sometimes was a little bit hard, with the financial pressures. So, we talked about some possible short courses of some like local cooking programs that we could get into. So, is that something that you would possibly engage with?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So we also briefly talked about the depression that you're feeling last time. I suppose if we just jump into it, how has that been going? How have you been managing your depression lately?
No, a bit better.
Yeah?
A bit better.
Have you been seeking any help for that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well done. What have you been doing?
I've just seen a counsellor.
Fantastic. Yeah. And how have you found that that's been helpful?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is it about that that's been helpful?
Oh, just talking about my past and stuff that happened to me as a kid, and
Yeah.
So.
Okay. And you finding that that's making you feel better?
Yeah, not perfect, but heading in the right direction. Yeah.
Okay, great. So, perhaps on a practical level, so that's great. I'm really happy to hear that you're engaging with a counsellor and talking about those things that have happened. But on a practical day-to-day level, what are some of the things in the past that you have perhaps done that used to, make you happy?
I go fishing a bit.
Okay. Yeah. I think we mentioned that we talked about that last time.
Yeah,
you quite
fishing
like
and
camping
and
Yeah. So getting out, being outdoors by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we think back to a time where you're happy, it generally sounds like there are always some outdoor activities involved.
Being
there.
outside.
Yeah. Have you had much opportunity to do that lately?
Probably had the opportunity, I just haven't done it.
Okay. Is that something that you think you could perhaps look into doing more regularly or semi-regularly? Also, so again, it's great that you're seeing the counsellor and working through the issues, but just on a day-to-day level. Or every week, you know, on a weekend maybe.
Yeah.
You could go out with your
Go and do
kids
that.
or some of your grandkids and
Yep.
yeah, do some outdoor activities.
Yep.
Might just help you feel better on a day-to-day level. Cool. All right. And what about social interaction? So, have you been getting out much? Seeing friends? Seeing?
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
You mentioned last time that you were part of an Indigenous women's group. Have you still been attending that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Any special events been happening with that, or is it?
No, just same old, but it's been alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just meet up and it's a bit of informal kind of catch-ups, is it?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, look, is there anything else that you wanted to kind of touch on today?
No, that's covered it.
Okay.
It's good.
Yeah. So look, you're doing some really positive things. You know, I'm really glad to hear that you're going to see the counsellor to help deal with your depression and look at some of the things that have, you know, had an impact on your life in the past. I think with your granddaughter, yeah, when you are having those meetings, just if you can, remember all the great things that you have done, you know, and back yourself as a, you know, caring for your daughter. Yeah. So I will look into some of those short courses
Yep.
for just some healthy eating ideas. So yeah, there's ones where you can work on budgets and that type of thing as well. And sometimes they're a really great way of just getting to meet people and interacting with people as well. So yeah. Look, the only other thing I wanted to talk about as well was I suppose for after sessions like today or with your counsellor, but just in general as well, is just a little bit of self-care. Have you ever heard of the term self-care?
Yeah.
So yeah, look, it just refers to just taking a little bit of time to, you know, take care of yourself, I suppose, essentially. Have a think about, we talked about you love being outside, so a simple one's just going for a walk. Excuse me. If you've got the opportunity to do that. Bit of meditation, is that something that you've ever engaged in? Yeah. Meditation. But also, look, you've got a really good support network around you. So just talking to people, you know, that can sometimes just be helpful, just to have a chat with people. Yeah. Sometimes others are feeling exactly the same thing. So, yeah. All right. Well, look, I think that's probably enough for today. We'll catch up again in a couple of weeks. But yeah, if there's anything in the interim that you want to have a chat about, please feel free to give us a call within office hours, and you've got my contact details. So yeah, anything else?
No, that's it. Thanks.
Right. Thanks, Eliza.
Thanks.